Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of Vision Marketing and Design.com. And today is Friday. It is our live Q&A session. So let me go ahead and let some people in here. Looks like Maria and Valerie are here, of course, of course. While everyone gets logged in, let me go ahead and share my screen here and show you how you can actually join us. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not sharing that screen actually. Okay, here we go. So if you would like to join Team Vision, all you need to do is go to visionmarketinganddesign.com. We do have, you can see this is a great program for beginners. If you have no business at all and you just are trying to learn how you can monetize your purpose with digital marketing, this is a great program for you. It's also great for freelancers. If you want to learn a skill that you can work from home or remotely anywhere, if you're a business owner just trying to learn how to promote your own business, or if you're an agency owner, an aspiring agency owner, this is also a great program for you because we actually have a complete team that you can utilize as your own. So I do live training Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also use a suite of 40 plus tools. So that's the only requirement in the program is you do have to have access to the tools because that's what we use for our clients. It's also what we use for our training and our agency. So also on Fridays, we do a live Q&A, which is today. So I'm excited. I love actually, meeting everyone face to face and seeing how I can help you. Also, we have over $10,000 worth of complete courses to help you reach your goals, whatever that may be. We also have available 85,000 plus PLR products that you can use for free. It's great for like articles and blog posts and ebooks and so on, even videos and some stock images, lots of stuff. We also have freelancer opportunities. So like I was saying, in our agency, we only hire our team to do the work. So lots of opportunities if you learn the skills. Also, I do offer 50% off of private coaching for my members, as well as 50% off for any of the templates. If you want to check out what any of my team members have to say, they created some really awesome videos that honestly made me cry. They had some really nice things to say about what it's like to be inside of Team Vision. So to join, if you are not a Builderall member yet, you can actually be a Team Vision member for free since I will be your sponsor. So you can register here. You can actually get a free 14-day trial of Builderall and Team Vision and, make sure that this is a good opportunity for you. If it is, continue, and your Team Vision account will be totally free as long as you're a Builderall member. If you're already a Builderall member, then you can go ahead and choose this option here. You will have to pay for it, but it's definitely if you listen to any of my team members, it's well worth the value. Okay, so let me stop sharing now and admit some more people. Looks like Christy and Felicity and Shawana. Hello, hello. How are you? How can I help you all today? Maria, you're looking beautiful as always. Green's a nice color for you.
Thank you. I like your color too. I like purple. And I don't have anything purple. That's your favorite color. I have to get something. I kept saying, I need a purple t-shirt. I can't find the one I had. You know how you lose your clothes from season to season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. I think I just keep buying the same purple shirt over and over again. That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. We always.
I'm dog sitting. Can you guys see my little?
Oh, look at the baby.
She's
Who
actually
is that?
She's an old lady. She's my dad and his wife went on a vacation, and so she's an old lady. She doesn't do well with being at like boarding places and all that, which I would want my dogs to be there either. So
I know we love our pets.
yeah, so we have 4 little dogs this week, so this is fun. So I'm glad I use Crisp. If you guys don't use Crisp, it's a noise reducer. It's really awesome, by the way. I've been in meetings before when my dogs are like, the mailman comes or somebody knocks on the door and they're just bark, 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 bark. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. And they're like, I can't even hear it. So it's really good.
I wondered about that. I said, I know she has dogs. I've seen them walk in the back and I never hear them. I'm like, they're the quietest dogs. Oh, that's the Chris. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because mine's bark.
Good to
I don't
censor
know.
out the husbands too.
In my testimonial to you, I don't know if you noticed, there was like a little cough. That's my dog. He's old and he hacks sometimes. And I'm like, oh, but I was on a roll and I said, you know what? It's going to stay in there. If I had Chris, you wouldn't have heard that.
Well, I got Chris because when I was brand new with Build, like the Mag 5, I was doing all of these videos and I have an air condition, like my vent is right next to my desk in my office. And you could hear that like humming noise in the videos. And I was like, I just shot 10 videos and you can hear that. I was like, no. And Gene introduced me. He's like, man, seriously, I have all these little kids. I would never be able to shoot a video if I didn't have Chris. So
I
Chris
saw
is
that.
great.
Gene showed that too. Are you an affiliate for Chris? Are you,
I am. Yeah.
yeah, you should
Yeah.
send us the link because
Yeah.
we
If you
really need it.
go to the website on best resources before you log in, you can see my
Okay,
Chris.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go check it out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now that we got that out the way, I have a small question, which
Sure.
might be a big question. It has relates to Canva. What you
Okay.
showed us the other day about Canva and doing the videos. And I typed it in, but the question, because I'm really visual and I'm trying to understand how to, I want to make how-to videos and things like that, but I just don't know or haven't attempted to put myself on camera and put something else. I'm not sure how to do that. And my question then is, with Canva and the presentation style, is that something that we do and record and then you post it? If you want to do a live presentation, can you do that with Canva? Because I know you use OBS too. Do you, I'm confused as to the steps to take to do a quality video like you do. I'm not sure how to do that.
I I think because I showed like they have a Canva live option. So and then let me just, rather than tell you, I'd rather show you. So let me pull up
Some of
Canva
are
here.
not as advanced as you yet. I know I'm not, I'm trying.
Well,
I
and
think
the presentation option is actually it's not brand new, but it's fairly new. And then I saw, that's why I was like, when I was live going through it all with you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, and they have this new thing. So they do have this option here, this talking presentation. And it looks like a standard presentation, but I'm not quite sure what makes it a talking presentation. I don't know the differences unless when you do like present and record, it allows like, so let's see, set up your, oh, okay. So what it does is it will, when you're doing, if you do the talking presentation, it will record. I won't be able to do it because I'm using my camera, but oh, and it even gives you the audio only. So if you just wanted to be your voice or you wanted to have your camera, then it will include your webcam there. But I have never used it, so I can't really advise you with that. But you could always just use one of these regular presentations and then just use Zoom. So when you use Zoom, it's just like a regular Zoom meeting. You don't have to go live. You can just record.
Okay, now I'm understanding better. Just every little bit gets me to that next step. It's like a little steps. One step takes me to the next one. Now I
Yeah.
kind of understand that now. I
Yeah.
have to
And
practice.
that's important what you just said because a lot of the times we get so overwhelmed by the task. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to do this and I need to do that. And how do I do? But it's like if you just start, like if you just, for example, you were like, okay, I want to do a presentation or like a video or something. And then you go to Canva and you're like, okay, I understand this part, but I don't know the next part. And it's like, but you have to know the first part to even know to ask the question about the second part. So that's why taking action is so important. I know a business owner who started this whole like foundation and everything that he's been working on for 2 years. He planned every detail in like, I mean, every detail. But then when it came time to launch the business, he's like, oh crap. I didn't even know that I needed this, this, and this. And so then it basically wiped out his whole 2 year plan that he had because he didn't know because he wasn't taking action that to get to part two, you need to do part one that he didn't even know so it's like that's what I tell people, just start. Just start. And then, like you said, you can ask the questions as they arise, and you're not so overwhelmed because you're like, I'm just going to learn how to do a presentation on Canva. Then you're like, maybe I want to put my face in there. Now I need to learn how to put my face in there. So, yeah. So,
Thank
good
you.
question. And your question lets me know that you're taking action. So, yay. Good for you.
That's going to help me because that's my next step. I'm going to do that because I want to take what I learn and then talk about it because it's in my head. Why not share it? And then that'll get me views on YouTube, put it on YouTube, and then build my audience.
Yeah,
That's where I
exactly.
want to go.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. I mean, you don't have to be a professional, like, person. My videos aren't professional. I just go live. But I learn new things as I go. And, I'm like, oh, I need to switch up my video. Or maybe I'll create an intro video. I wonder how you do that. Now I'll create that little banner at the top. I wonder how you do that. It's things. That's how I know everything that I've learned is just by trial and error and just by trying stuff and being like, oh, okay, man, now I want to do that. So yeah, good, good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Hello, Miss Shawana. How are you?
I'm fine, Bridget. I have a question. I'm having a problem with the calendar, getting the calendar into my website. I get it in, like I know how to put the embed link. I've done it both ways. And every time it either comes in like it's very huge, and if I try to make it smaller, it's just not looking right. And then last night, the frame around the embed, the line that goes around, I don't know, it won't disappear. So when I went to preview, because I was like, okay, maybe it's just hair, in the part where I'm making it, but it's still showing up on the live website. Well, not live, but on the website when you view it.
Okay. Well, let's just try it out. So let me get into my Builderall account here. I'm gonna go to the booking calendar.
And also, if there's a way to make it smaller, I would like to know how to. Well, I mean, I saw the size thing, but when I tried to make it smaller, it ended up giving me like 2 sidebars to scroll up and down.
Okay. So let me just do like I think I have like a test page in here or something somewhere. Let me just get in here. I'll create a test page. New page. We'll call this test and test.
I did it on another site before and I didn't have any problem, but I couldn't get it to work properly yesterday.
Okay. So let's go add blank panel. I don't know if you use the little the element here for booking. You see there's a booking.
I did it both
element.
ways because I wanted to see which one would work, but I was having trouble with both. The booking element brings it in like it's like really huge. And then to down to make it smaller, it just wasn't looking right. So I tried doing the embed.
Yeah, I actually like the iframe better because
Well, the iframe, yeah.
Yeah, you have more flexibility. So I'm just going to click here. I'm going to add the link that I just created. One of the things that Shelly taught me, and I wish I could tell you why this works, but she said if you ever use a link instead of the actual embed doc, first of all, the link works better. Second of all, always click this box inline HTML. I have no idea why, but she said that it works
Okay,
better.
hold on. I got to get you out of the way so I can look at what you're talking about.
Yeah. So whatever
okay, so I didn't click that. And I didn't use the link. Okay. So where do I get the link from? Because I only saw the embed code.
Just you can go right here. Well, when you go to embed,
okay.
Yeah, you can also like if you go embed, yeah, and maybe you're right. It looks like it doesn't have the link, but if you go to the actual calendar, then it has your link up here. So
I'll have to try that one.
Yeah, so try that. That's one thing. So I definitely do move these around until those gray bars disappear. One of the things that I think with any iframe, it's not just the booking calendar, the full width always looks better. It always does.
That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something, Bridget. My you see that edit and the other 2 circles down at the bottom? There are 2 circles down at the bottom, a pin that says edit.
This
and something else. Yeah, those stay on my website page. And they shouldn't be on there, should they? Because this is what we use. I pressed edit and it had nothing to do with the customer.
Let me
It
see.
took me to my calendar.
Okay, let me see. So here's mine, and it's not on there. The live version. Are you
Yeah,
looking
but it was
at?
on mine. It was on mine. The first time I did it, it wasn't there, but yesterday they stayed on. And so I clicked it because I thought, okay, maybe this is something new for the customer, but it wasn't. It took me to the calendar, like my app inside Builder All,
Um,
and I couldn't get it to
what
come
I
off.
what I would do is contact support for that, because they can actually look inside your account and see, maybe it's something that's checked that needs to be unchecked or something like that. So contact support about that. As far as this goes, though, you can adjust the height. So I like to use full width, but either way, you can, move the iframe. But here is how you remove that, the border. This is kind of tricky too, because a lot of times it's like you move it to 0 and you're like, that's one way. You could also make this transparent. That's another way. You could also move this to none. So make sure that you check all 3 of those spots, because you may, you may have one of these where it's not, the none part, right? So that might be why it's still showing. As far as the size also, you can adjust the size here of your iframe, as well as the minimum size, mainly for mobile. So here's the thing, and I'm glad that you asked this, because this is where people struggle with mobile. So anytime you use an iframe, if you right click on the iframe for mobile and then you go to minimum height, this is what you want to work with until those gray bars go away. So what you can do is, see, I just moved that. So now if we go, like, what I want to do is shrink this down until that goes away, right? So just going to keep shrinking it down until there's no gray bars and there's no white space at the bottom. So this is basically like maybe 920. So this is what it would look like on mobile, instead of having those scrolly bars, and it automatically adjusts on mobile where these times are at the bottom, whereas on desktop they're side by side. So did that answer your question? Okay. So yeah, check those places if you still see.
Yes, I'm going to try those and see if it.
Yeah, hopefully that helps. Any other questions for me today? I see Andre's coming in. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
I have a question. Actually, I have 2. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So I am I think I watched a replay. You talked a little bit about it, but I didn't quite get it. I know I had asked you the question about the templates and how to put them on the marketplace, but you were talking about how not to make a member site for every single template, and you were working on that. So what was the solution? Did you come up with one yet? Or because I'm building a bunch of templates, but yeah, making a member site for every single one to share all of the links and things.
Yeah, I actually just used the Ecom store. So so let me show you here. And speaking of that, you guys are going to love what I just saw in the ambassador meeting today. So here is my actual Ecom store, right? You could embed the store here. Like if I go to like super checkout here, I don't know if you've ever created an Ecom store. Jackie's got some amazing trade, but yeah, you just go there and you could get this link and embed it, but here's what it looks like. I think it's shopping URL. So I mean, you can take this stuff away. It's not the most pretty thing. Right. So what I did is I actually just created like my own template here. And then I have, you can click here and then the video will come up. But then when they click buy now, it just goes to that exact page inside the e-commerce store, which you can always get. You can get the exact link by like clicking here, and then you just copy what's up here. So that
Okay.
that will, and then it still has the add to cart function. It has the other, like, you may be interested in these things type of option. And then so they can purchase multiple. So like, let's say that I went here and I'm like, yes, I want this one. And then now I want to go back. I want to go back to like this page here and say, yeah, I want this one too, and then add to cart. It will still carry on with, you can see it just adds it there. So they can actually purchase multiple. But also, here's the key feature that keeps you from having to create the membership is the login. If you log in anytime that you purchase one of these funnels inside of the ecom store, it creates an account within the super checkout globally, like for all Builderall checkout systems are within the super checkout. Yeah. So if you like, let's say that Andre purchases a template from me, and then he goes to your website and purchases a template from you. If he used the same login, it will pull up both of our templates that he bought from us. So that's the cool part about that. And then also they'll be able to log back in and then get access to all of the templates they've purchased. And all they have to do is like click here and then click here to access the product.
So the access the product, is that what, a PDF or something like that, or how?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you click access the product here, it automatically downloads. So if I open this up, it's my PDF with the instructions.
Okay.
And I do say when you're selling website templates, definitely deliver it in a PDF like that. Not even like a Google Share doc, because you can't log in. If you don't have Google for some reason, you have to log into Google. It creates a headache from my experience. I don't like to do that. But if you put it in like you take the Google.
So you're selling a PDF essentially.
Yes. Yeah. And so let me show you here why I say that. Because up here, here's what's going to happen. You may get people that do not purchase Builderall, right? They don't know anything about Builderall. They don't care about Builderall. They just want the template that you're selling. So here, if you just sent them right to the template, they would go to the template. They would have no idea. Maybe they don't have a Builderall account. And so that kind of gets weird. But if you do the PDF, then it's like log in or create your Builderall account. So now that's your affiliate link. Right. Mm-hmm. And then also when you're transferring a funnel that has an email sequence attached to it, which is awesome because you can create that. And then as soon as they transfer the template, it also transfers the email list and the sequence with it. But you have to have your Mailing Boss set up. It doesn't have to be, anything created in Mailing Boss, but you have to have your account profile filled out, and you have to, have it added to the dashboard. So that's something else. And then you can say, click here to transfer the funnel. But the power in that is you can give them, the step-by-step instructions. And then you can also say, hey, if you need any help, contact me. Here's some additional offers that you may be interested in. So there's tons of room for like upsells and information and all that stuff inside of that PDF. So you can use the templates as kind of a lead magnet, but then don't waste that opportunity to tell them more about maybe some other things that they may be or maybe book a consultation. If you're struggling, book a call with me or something like that.
Well, I created a member site for each one where the links are there, but also the videos on step-by-step. But I'm wondering, I can have a membership. They can have a PDF, but also a membership to those tutorials instead.
It gets really, really hairy.
Sorry, it would be the same membership, the same steps for all the templates. So you can have like sort of a little course step by step, but then the PDF has all their links to the specific templates. Does that make sense?
If you think that would work better, here's something that I learned though, as far as using videos for instructions. I've had a few people ask me, are there videos? But here's always what happens. When you do a video for the instructions of how to set something up, as soon as one little thing changes, you have to reshoot the whole video. Or
Right.
you have to like cut it in there and now it's cut up and then some things don't look, it's just such, oh my gosh, it's such a hassle. But if you do the PDF, it's like 5.0 coming, they're reskinning everything. So all I really need to do is screenshot whatever changed and then just update the PDFs.
Okay.
So if, when you're thinking of like long term,
Right.
I would try to go the e-commerce, or if you're just having one membership site where you're like, I'm going to release a template every week. And if you want to sign up to be a member, it's this, and then they automatically get it, then that wouldn't be a problem. But if you're doing like where you want to just sell the templates without a membership and all that stuff, ecom, best way.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. I'll probably have some more questions as I go along, but because I'm going to start setting it up. Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah, I get it, because I started just like that. I was trial and error, and I'm still trial and erroring things, because as your business grows and you're like, I really don't like doing this. And then you need to revert, or you need to like redirect your attention. If you don't like it, either find a way to automate it, outsource it, or redirect, because we don't get into business to spend all day doing things we don't enjoy doing.
All right, great. I have one more question, but I'm hoping you already have a tutorial for this so that I don't take up more time, but I noticed you're doing the Zoom, but it's streaming to YouTube and also into your website. Do you have a tutorial somewhere about how you've done that? I'm assuming you're using the webinar tool.
I actually use several tools to do this.
Okay.
And there is, if you look in the replays, there's a training on live streaming. And so I kind of break it down. I also did, when I was with Builderall, I did a Tuesday night training on how to live stream and the e-learning. But what I do is I actually use Restream, and I set up all of my social profiles and all of that. And then every day I create an event. And then I take the RTMPS settings. I don't even know what that means. And that's what I tell you, don't have to know what it means to actually make it work. So it's literally like it's big, long code, and I take it and copy it and I put it in OBS. And then when I go live with OBS, it streams out everywhere. And then when I create the event, it goes, because it creates the events in all the different places, I go to YouTube, grab the link from that event that I just created, and then I paste it into the webinar. So the webinar actual app, it never changes. It stays on that page. So it doesn't change until I update it with the new link. So I hope I didn't confuse you.
Well, that was a bit, but if you ever want to make a tutorial on that, I would love to see.
Yeah, I did definitely watch that. I go through the whole steps, but
okay.
It's basically, I go from Restream, and then when I'm using Zoom, it is possible, but I don't use OBS. But when I Monday through Thursday, I'm using OBS. So it's all connected to Restream. That's how it all.
Restream. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, welcome. It's actually, it sounds really complicated, but Terry Stevenson, she watched that live streaming. She's like, I was so overwhelmed with it. You made it so easy. Like, yeah.
And where do I find that training? It's in is it in the
on the replays page?
In the replays. Okay. All right. I'll take a look for it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Looks like Shawana's got her hand up. How can I help you, ma'am?
Okay, I solved some of the problem, got rid of the border. I was on number 1, went to 0, that cleared up. But I guess I might have to speak to support. The pencil and the people down at the bottom, those 2 icons are still showing up on the live website. And when I press them, it says can't connect to Builderall calendar.
Okay, yeah, contact support sounds like something weird is going on.
And another question. And when I pull this calendar in, my picture and the descriptions, you know how you have that little space to write what this is about? Those don't show up. It's just the plain calendar.
Okay.
How do I get that information to come in? Because I have it, I don't know, it worked fine on my other website. I don't know why I'm not getting it to go on this, come on this one.
I can, let me see.
This one is just giving me the calendar, but nothing else.
So
picture,
for
no
that,
description.
for that information, let me find where I had my calendar here.
And
Okay.
I used the URL link because the embed link didn't work. I used the URL link like you just said.
Okay. So let's see. The test page. So this should be what shows up, but I'm trying to so you're saying this stuff right here is not showing up, right?
Yes, yes. You see
So
how your
try,
was playing a minute ago? The one
Yeah.
without your logo and all that stuff, that's how it looked. It didn't have all of this, my logo. This is how it looks, like how we just did this one here.
so open up the calendar. Instead of copying this link, just go open up the calendar. 'Cause maybe I told you wrong, because I like, once you embed this stuff, it's like I don't think about it for like forever. Open up the calendar so that you see the whole thing, and then use this link. That's what I'm going to test right now, and I'm going to paste in here and
Okay.
apply, and hopefully that shows, because I'm not sure why it wouldn't show in the iframe, unless maybe it's too small. So let me pull this up here.
Well, it's taking up almost the whole panel.
I mean, too small vertically, because it adjusts according to the screen size and according to the iframe. So if the actual, yeah, so it looks like it's doing that to mine too. So let's see if we can adjust the iframe. I got so many things open here. Let me close some of this. I'm confusing myself. Okay, so let me get back into test. And I'm going to right click, and let's increase the height here. Oh, wow, that was a lot. Okay. All right, let me save. It is really weird though that it's not showing on mine either, that section. And if you look at like my coaching page though, oh, so it doesn't have that on the coaching page either. No, I'm curious about that, because I don't understand. Let's take the full width off. I don't understand why it would be cutting that off when it shows it on, when you use the actual link. Let's try to embed.
Yeah, and
one
I've
of the,
had it, as I said, on my other website. My picture is there, my definitions is there, everything is there.
Yeah, that's really weird. One thing that I have noticed just with my own stuff, because they're doing all of these things with the 5.0 launch, and they're doing all this stuff to the platform, I've noticed some glitchy things that normally have not ever been an issue.
Maybe that could be it.
Maybe, but I'm just testing out everything that I can think of. Maybe I'm not really sure. That's definitely a question to ask support, or maybe even just in the group. Yeah, because no matter how I paste it, whether I use the embed code or, oh, so that it just worked now. So it has to do with the sizing, maybe. I mean, that's all I changed. You see how it looks like this, and then when it's live, it looks like this. So it has to do with the iframe. So maybe just work around with the iframe a little bit until the live view shows what you want it to show. Because that's what just...
Can you go on your live view and see if you see those two circles down at the bottom?
Nope. See?
No?
Uh-uh. No.
Oh, mine are still showing and I can click them. Okay.
Yeah, they're not there. So yeah, that's interesting to know though. And that's really strange too. I know that, when you use iframes, you always have those same type of like sizing issues because you're taking a website and you're embedding it into another website. And then you have all different size monitors and you have, things that people view it on. So you really do have to play with them. But it is really weird that this wouldn't come up on the full, like the max, the full width.
Yeah.
But it did come up and it doesn't have those little things. So so there is a way. Just play
Okay.
with the iframes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have questions? Let me let Miss Frankie in here. It looks like Valerie has her hand up. How can I help you, ma'am?
Hi, Bridget. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Onto the mobile editing. I just added a box with text inside the box to one of my client sites. And I can't, it's all like squished together. How do you get like lateral to come up? Like I'd like to stretch it out where it's more 1 or 2 lines instead of 3 or 4 lines on top of each other.
So let's try it out. Let me delete this.
Seems like the height always comes up, but it's like, then every once in a while I get lucky and laterals there. So I'm doing something. I don't know if I'm doing it right or what.
Just make sure that you can either go to lateral or advanced depending on the element. So you're saying that you have a box
Yes,
with text.
yes, inside the box.
Okay. So let's go. And how many lines of text do you have?
Well, in the mobile, it's showing 3, but on the website, it's only 2 lines. So I'd like to get it to 2 lines.
Okay, but you just have one text box, or do you?
Yeah.
have
Oh, yeah, just one text box.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just going to type in a bunch of gibberish here. I'm going to
Right.
put spaces. Okay. So let's say this is your element. Let me shrink this down. Oh, it's saying you can't do that. That's too many letters in a word.
Yeah, it's not that long. Okay.
I don't like that. I'm not.
Yeah, do like 3 lines. That'll be
Right. Okay. So let's say this is the text. And now I'm going to go to, here's the first thing. And just since I'm here, not that this is your problem, but anytime that you do this, when you put a element on top of an element, always make sure it's connected by like moving the box around. You see how the text box moves with it?
Yes.
But if it's not attached when you go to mobile, it won't be attached there either. So that's something to just keep in mind if anybody's watching, like, I knew I had that problem. But for this, what you need to do is like right click on the element. Okay. So you see there is no lateral spacing here, but if you click advanced, you have that option. So you can always, I like to do like 10. I like to go in on the size. I never like to have, especially if you're using a box, because you don't want the box to be on the edge. You don't want the element to be on the edge either. So, and that's just like design wise and, to make sure that it looks good on all devices.
Right.
I like to be consistent and stay like at 10 or 15 within the edge.
Okay.
So that's just a practice I use there, but you can see also there needs to be space at the top. So I would want to move. And if you move it 10, just be consistent with all of your elements, that if you're moving 10 from the top on this one, if you have 5 more panels with 5 more boxes and text, move 10 from the top for them as well. And, it's surprising all those little details. It really visually, it really impacts like the professionalism of the site. So, so yeah, that's how you can adjust any of those. And if you have a text where you're like, I need to change the size of the text, it's too long or whatever, that's the difference between neutral and global. So this one right here is actually a global text, which means you can only edit the size by going here and choosing whichever you pulled in. Like we pulled in an H1 title. I don't want to change it because it'll change all the all the H1 titles on my whole website. But to make it neutral, all you have to do is, let me get out of here. All you have to do is highlight the text and then change this to neutral. And then you can make it whatever font you want to. Like maybe I want impact and I want it to be size 10. And I'm
Okay,
just
so
going
change that one into a neutral then, that
Yeah,
one will.
if on, and see, you could even do like, let's say, it looks great. And for SEO, I want this to remain the same on desktop. Here's what you can do. You can leave this here. So like, let's say this is our mobile text that we want to use. We're going to hide this on desktop. And then we're going to go to mobile. And then we're going to be like, okay, I don't want to use this. I wanted to use the, the neutral. So we're going to hide on mobile, but, and then we're going to edit here because it's neutral, you can now edit it.
Okay. I
Let's see.
see.
Yeah, so when you go back to desktop, it's still going to have the global, but then it'll remain neutral on the mobile.
Yeah, I do all that hiding stuff back and forth. It's funny, but it works.
Yeah, it
Works.
does. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's nice that we have the capability of changing stuff like that. Sometimes so many options get overwhelming, but also it's really, really nice to have, it's really frustrating when you're trying to do something and there's no way to get the result you want.
Yeah, you can find workarounds for most things that I find, I also have one more question. How can I get Rain Loop onto my phone? Because I always have my phone with me on my email.
Actually, a few ways. Let me show you here. If you go to the knowledge base, oh, they've totally changed the skin of this already. And then you type in, I think it's email. You'll see how you can add it to your phone by using this, or you can even add it to Gmail. There's instructions in here, maybe. And the old layout, I knew it. Oh, right here. I actually did this training here.
Yeah, I watched that a while ago. Yeah. So where do I find those little codes or something? That's now I remember. I haven't done this enough. I was trying to do it weeks ago.
This will walk you through step by step on how to set it all up.
Okay, I think that's what it was. Is where do you find the little code or something? Does that one tell you?
What code?
Like there was some sort of little line of text or code or something you have to put in somewhere.
There's like the DNS checker, maybe.
I don't think it was well, maybe it was the DNS.
There's the website here. If you just Google what's my DNS.net, or if you just Google what's my DNS and you put your website there, you'll be able to get that. So yeah, it tells you here.
Okay, great.
Literally, yeah, it'll walk you through. So you can either use it as like the generic mail app. You can connect it to that to your phone, or you can use Gmail and connect it to Gmail if that's already on your phone and you just want everything in one place. You have the options of doing that. And also if you have an iPhone, so there's different directions for iPhone and Android, but they're all there.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. You have a super weekend.
You are so welcome. You too. Anybody else have questions for me? Andre, go ahead.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, these are really great and very informing, these Q&A sessions. I really like them.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad.
So yeah, I was on the ambassador meeting this morning, quite exciting stuff. And yeah, really looking forward to, well, everything, right? Like leading into the launch. And, but yeah, so just wondering when Monday comes around, what kinds of like videos are we going to have to promote the launch? Do you know whether there's going to be like what I'm looking for is a specific video to explain the affiliate opportunity of Builderall to become an affiliate, because I'm really at this point just interested in selling like memberships to Builderall. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just wondering if there's going to be like a nice hard hitting sales video on that. that part of it, the affiliate end of it.
I know that they are, I know that they're shooting a lot of videos, but I don't really know the specifics of it. And they're trying to keep a lot of things, you know, hush hush, because it's all about the excitement of the launch.
Sure.
And they are giving us a funnel to promote, and they're doing like a WhatsApp group that we're in contests and different things. And I think we'll find more out about that on Monday. But if you look in the, let me share my screen again. If you guys know in Builderall where to find the resources, you can check that out. But you can also go, like if you go inside your membership area, I have the Builderall Trello board. Let me go to, let's just go to live. If you go to resources, Builderall, then you'll see that there's actual affiliate resources here. If you go to the resource board, you'll see that they've actually added like this whole area here. And this is where there's, I guess there's 3 videos already
I
that
see.
you can check out.
Great.
So everything will be, as they get these things done, everything will be added here. So there's already like 13 social media graphics you can use and 3 videos. But a lot of the stuff is going to be coming out on Monday because of, you know, they're trying to keep things as close-lipped as possible. But you know from being in the ambassador meeting, there's like, I mean, Shelly said that we could create a video about that, right? So like I could talk about it, right, Andre?
There's a green light on that one. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, good.
But what Andre already knows and what Andre is referring to as I'm like mind blown. All of us in the meeting were like, oh my gosh. But if you guys have ever heard about drop shipping, AliExpress is a really big drop ship. And drop shipping is basically like you have kind of like what eBay and you know, maybe even Amazon, all these big companies, they do drop shipping. But AliExpress is like an international company where you can basically buy things really cheap, and then you can resell them. But you want to automate that, because otherwise it's like you get an order and then and then getting all the items. It used to be where if you wanted to do drop shipping to add things to your store, you had to go and like, download the images and then, put in all the item description and all that stuff. But now within Builderall, everyone has it right now as I speak these words. You can go to the super check. Let me just show you. Why tell you? I'm just going to show you. So you can go to the super checkout. Let me go in here, and you can go to drop shipping. Okay. So here is where you can import AliExpress. All right. So what happens is you choose, like, I don't have an AliExpress account, but let's go to like health and beauty. Okay. Let's say I wanted to add these things to my store. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I like that. I like this. I like this. Then I could click import, right? So products import for 3. I can change any of these things that I want to, and then I can just click import, and then it imports those products into my e-commerce store. So legitimately, just like I just showed you, you can create an entire drop shipping store in a matter of minutes. So can you imagine if that's a service that you're creating? You could charge $1,000 and say, I'm going to create an entire e-commerce store for you for $1,000 based on any niche you want to. And then it's done. It's done, you guys. That is so crazy. There is so much income potential in that, even if it's just your own store that you want to create. That is amazing. And of course, Jackie will be doing some awesome training on it. And it's just a great way of like getting people into Builderall and talking about this and like showing your own store and having like, you could have 1 million, because we have that capability. We know from doing the presentations that not everyone is unlimited like we are. So you can have 1 million different, websites on different niches and all of that. And I mean, it's really honestly, you guys, that's crazy. Oh, so
Truly
crazy.
is. Absolutely. Now, on that, how would you go about, prospecting for potential clients that want e-commerce sites in a snap?
I would just, same way that you would do anything. My favorite thing, even though I don't like Facebook, Facebook is a good resource. So what I do is I use the Friend Connector Pro to make it easy, but you don't have to use that. You could do it manually, but I just go to these different groups. Like, say I decided that this new drop shipping tool is going to be my jam. I am going to be the new drop shipping person, and that's my niche, right? I'm going to now go and friend request everyone who's in all of these drop shipping groups, right? I'm not going to cold message them because that's super annoying and people will hate you for it. And if you get friend requests and then you message people and then you're getting a lot of your messages not opened, then Facebook will say, hey, you're not allowed to message people, and it just becomes crazy. So if you just get them into your Facebook profile friend list and then start posting things of value. Look what I just sold on my e-commerce store. Look how quick I just created this new store. Look how, here's my sales. Oh, look, I just added this to my store within like 2 minutes. Oh, blah, 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 oh, here's the, top stats in 2021 of how you can make money with drop shipping. So my whole thing, if that's my jam, is the drop shipping. Everything I talk about on social media, blog posts. I know you like to blog, Andre.
Yeah.
Write blog posts about drop shipping. How can you make money drop shipping? What are the top companies that do drop shipping? Like, what are some popular names? Who has been successful in drop shipping? Who's had, made millions of dollars, these types of things. How can you get started with no money? How can you get started with a little money? What if you have your own ideas? How do you find vendors? How do you all of these things are all things that you can talk about. And if you have no idea, if you're like, Bridget just gave me 100 ideas and I forgot all of them, go to YouTube and type in drop shipping and see what the titles of all of those videos are. And then that now gives you video content ideas. It gives you blog ideas. It gives you social media graphic ideas, all of those things. I mean, and it's the same with everything. People say, how do you get leads? Content creation. I can tell you. Long term, that's by far the best way.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice. Thanks so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Ray, I see your hand up. Welcome. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better.
Good.
I've had a couple of weeks or more to deal with some things. And so I'm back, and you don't ever want to pull the plug on your business at home and then get back into it, because it takes forever to get back into it, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Can you in a thumbnail sketch tell me, I'm working on information sites, and that will help a certain niche, and I eventually plan to do several of these, but the information site that I have now, I'm working on in Cheetah, and I'm from a Cheetah site, I'm also adding with that a blog, and so the blog will be probably twice a week or maybe just once a week, but it'll be a nugget or two of great information and that sort of thing. Should I am really timid about going to YouTube and making a fool of myself out there on YouTube. I'd rather make a fool of myself on my own website. And so should I just get into YouTube and just learn everything? I don't know much about presenting on YouTube, and so should I do that? It's going to be a video blog, but the video will be my keyboard and my hands and my screen, and then there'll be a little thumbnail of me talking or someone else talking. But the that goes well with YouTube, posting any video for a blog on YouTube. But should I just stay away from YouTube and post it on my website? What's the difference? Why can't I just keep it on the website?
You should. It's kind of like the spider web effect. It's every point goes back to your website. Your website is the home of your business. So every single thing you do outside of your website, the sole purpose of that should be to lead them back to your website. Right? That's where you're going to get the emails. That's where you're going to build the know, like, and trust factor. It's where you're going to present all the things that you're doing, who you are, your experience, how to contact you. All of those things should be on your website. So if you want to create a video on YouTube, I mean, and what I do is like I live stream to YouTube, and those same exact videos are in the replays section and the e-learning on my website. So I use that in multiple different ways. I also have with my scheduler is based on RSS feeds. So every time I go live or upload a video to YouTube, it also automatically shares it to my other social media platforms and things. So I mean, honestly, the best advice is just utilize everything, but try to automate it, because you can't, it just takes so much time to be like, I'm going to create a video. Okay, now the video's done. Now it's rendering. Now I need to add tags. Now I need to add a description. Now I need to share to Facebook. Now I need to share to Twitter. Now I need to do this and that. And then now I need to add it to my web. So it's like all these little things that take like just a few minutes really build up into a lot. And then what ends up happening is that you're like, I don't have 6 hours today to do a YouTube video. You know, that's
You
always
just
what
described
happens.
my dilemma, my
Yeah.
total dilemma you just described.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I get it, because it was mine too. That's why I laugh about being the queen of automation, because I'm like, I have to automate things. I otherwise I'd be broke, because before you can afford to hire someone, it's just you.
Yep.
So it's like, if you have, 25 tasks to do that have to get done, they have to get done. So if you have to find a way, try to automate everything that you can possibly automate. So what I would do, Ray, is I would definitely do YouTube and then put that video up on your website. I would utilize that same video everywhere. I would also have it on Facebook. I would have it on Twitter. I'd have it on Instagram. I'd have it everywhere. And then always, again, I mean, even if it's something like a caption or the last scene of your video that says, for more info, go to my website, or create some kind of offer. Like, if you want to book a free vacation, go to, my website.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely spider web effect, always leading to the website.
It's a good point. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could I ask one more question?
Sure.
The banner that you have, the purple and white banner that you have across the top of your daily broadcasts, how is that affected? How do you get that to?
I use, that's actually a GIF that I created on Canva. And then I put it in OBS. So OBS shows
Overlay.
my video, and then I just use that as kind of an overlay at the top, because it covers up the address bar, which looks really ugly. Plus, it's like I want to utilize that space, and say, here's another opportunity, here's more, like, while I'm talking, because I'm not a salesy person, and I would rather just concentrate on the training and the value I'm giving. And then if I can just put that little bar up there to utilize that space, and that's what I prefer to do.
Okay, back to my first question about various ways of giving blogs of information in various niches. Do you recommend different YouTube channels, a YouTube channel for this, a YouTube channel for that, or just, I mean, in your situation, you have one YouTube channel, but I will have one on travel and on computer science and various others. Should I have two?
I would recommend focusing on one niche in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just one. And it can be, I know it's challenging, because like, I know you have the computer experience and expertise and all of that. And then the travel thing that you love, but it would be better to choose a niche that you love talking about, that you love writing about, that you're, knowledgeable in. And then maybe, for example, Ray, with you, maybe you want to talk about computer stuff. Maybe you want to use Builderall as the affiliate opportunity to talk about and promote when you're talking to this audience who's interested in computer things. But maybe in your email list, you want to say, hey, if you, and there's lots of like bonuses, and especially being in the travel niche, there's lots of bonuses that you can sign up for. And I can't remember the name of the place you can go to get like these 2-night stays at a hotel or something like that. That would be an excellent bonus to give to people in that niche. But you could say if you sign up for Builderall, you can get this 2-night stay wherever. And then now it's like you've kind of crossed the two niches. And now here they're going on this vacation. Maybe they want to book that stay when they fly to Florida before they hop their cruise. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good way to kind of mingle those two things, but definitely choose one YouTube channel, one niche, and roll with it, whichever one you choose. And then find a way to like branch off, because it's so much work. One niche is so much work to really get right. And you need to, it's kind of like, if you're, focusing over here, you're focusing over here, guess what? Nothing's successful because you're putting so much time. It's like, this is okay, but nothing's great. And to really make money and to be able to do this full time, it has to be great. Something has to be great. So I would say focus on one direction. Try to like put blinders on with all the other cool things you're hearing. Shiny ball syndrome is, one thing that we have. There's so many opportunities. It's like, the reason that we're creating this presentation for Builderall, because there's 40 plus tools. It's like I said at the ambassador meeting, like, when people say they always go to the Builderall group, how do I make money with Builderall? It's like, how do you not make money with Builderall? It's a much shorter list to tell you, but you have to find your thing. And that's where everyone struggles. What is your thing? Is it chatbots? Is it local business? Is it affiliate marketing? But it's like everybody wants to start with affiliate marketing because it sounds so easy, but you have to have an audience. So how do you get an audience? That's the thing. What is it that's going to bridge that gap and earn you income while you're building an audience so that you can then focus on affiliate marketing?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Hello, Miss Frankie. How can I help you?
Hello.
You were just a little ray of sunshine.
And you know what? I gotta tell you a little story before I ask my question.
Sure,
I've been trying to get in from the very beginning. I don't know what happened today, but when you guys were talking about purple, I was working trying to get in, and I've got purple everywhere. It's my favorite color too. It's look purple this, purple that. So when you said let Frankie in, I said thank God. But because it's so wonderful to be here, Bridget and others. Yeah, my question is concerning RPM leads and opt-ins. I know you were very successful with RPM and getting leads. So what did you do once you got those leads and they're opting in really to different plans like the 14-day free trial, and then some are free accounts. I was thinking we were done with free accounts, but some of those are still coming in as free accounts. So did you send your personal emails to them, or did you send just the RPMs, let them go first, or how did you do yours as far as communicating with these leads?
Because I really honestly wanted to do a case study, because I believe in James. I know James personally. James is a rock star. He's like an honest person. And I know the back part of his system he's created. It's freaking genius. Honestly, it's a genius. Yeah. So I was super excited. I'm like, I want to just do a case study, like an honest case study. I'm going to do everything that James has. I used his emails. I used his funnel. I didn't edit it in any way. I didn't brand it to myself. I didn't do any of that. And I used his traffic sources, and I was very successful in it. The thing that, so here's a downfall to it, is that I can't control the audience. When the audience, they opt into the funnel and it's James's list, it's James, everything. So when I then go introduce myself, it's like, they didn't come in because they know me. So for me, that traffic source, it wouldn't be as productive as if I just use my organic because that's my thing, like that to me, that's I would rather get one lead who opted in because they know me, they watch my videos, they're interested in what I'm doing, because to me, that's a higher quality lead. But if you're just interested in affiliate marketing and not building a brand, it's genius. So regarding the free accounts though, and then the 14-day trial, the way that it's set up is that everyone gets a 14-day trial, right? That's like the first step in getting the RPM. But not with getting the 14-day trial, it's like they opt in and then they need to enter a credit card to keep going through the process. If they've opted in to the magic funnel that it is, and then they go to the next page and then they don't enter their credit card, that's why it appears a free lead. It's not really a free account. It's just, it needs to kind of be set up like that so that we can utilize the magic funnel still. So you have the lead, which is still good because, Builderall sending all these, especially with the launch coming, they're sending all these emails to free leads, people who purchased, people who have not purchased, people who have gone, outdated, or however you're gonna, whatever you want to say about it. People who have they did a free trial and then they nothing, they didn't renew anything, I can't think of the word for it, but those people. So they're sending all emails to all of these people. So as long as you still have that email, that is valuable, right? Because Builderall is sending stuff. But one thing you want to do though, when you're using any type of traffic like that, like solo ads or anything, that's especially someone else has created, the goal is to always get the email. Because let's say, any traffic that you're running, that's always goal, whether it's Google ads or whether it's Facebook ads or whatever, it's always the goal to get the email, because that is your digital real estate. That's your list, your business. You can go from Builderall to any other, platform. You can go to, Aweber and use there. You can do anything that you want to, and that is still your list. That's what you own. And that's really the only thing that you own in digital marketing. So even if they opt in and they try the RPM, they're like, I hate Builderall. I don't want to be a part of Builderall, or I'm already using a platform. I don't want to recreate everything. That doesn't mean that you can't retarget them with something else. I mean, you have the email. So it's never, I see people in the group, they're like, oh, I spent all this money and now I don't have any, Builderall premium. It's like, that's not the goal of the RPM. The goal is to get the leads and then start building up your business in the digital real estate. And if you look at, the cost per click with Google ads or Bing ads or Facebook, and then you look at James's solo ads, you're going to get the best bang for your buck when you're looking at paid advertising just by going with the RPM. So I can chunk money into the RPM and go do whatever I'm doing, and then let it get me Builderall leads and all of that. And then once they've gone through the whole sequence, if they don't purchase Builderall, then I have it set up to where I just move them to my everyone list. And then I email.
So when they're going through the 14-day trial, you just let that ride with the Builderall emails, and then after that ends, then you start communicating with them or warming them up to your email with your emails.
Well, let me just show you my workflow here.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah. Let me share my screen here. So let me go to Mailing Boss. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to die when you see the new Mailing Boss, by the way. I want so much to tell you and show you, but I can't. So let me go to, I think RPM. Yeah, so here's like the RPM setup, right? This is the workflow for the RPM emails. So I just use all of those, right? I just shrunk it down too much. But at the end of that sequence, you see the very last email, after it gets sent to them, I have it copied to a list that is everyone, right? So they're not a cold lead when they get copied into this list because they've been receiving all of these emails that were already there, right? So as soon as they receive this last email, they get copied into the everyone list. And the everyone list is what I send every single week I send like a newsletter and I say, here's what we did in Team Vision. Here's what we, here's the new template we released. Here's the training we talked about this week. And so that's how I utilize, and again, it's all automated. So I just have them automatically copy to that list, but I keep them there because if I ever want to specifically email them something, then I still have them in that list, but I want to copy them to everyone so that I can keep them warm. And then of course you need to go through your list maybe once a month or once a quarter, and anyone who's not opened or clicked, you want to move them to kind of a dead list. So you never want to get rid of them, but and then once they're a dead list, periodically just start emailing you can warm them up. You can say, hey, pump them so full of value, like get a bunch of PLR ebooks and be like, hey, check out this free ebook I want to give to you. It's about this and this and this, and make it like in the niche, So if it's RPM, how to make money online, send them an ebook, how to make money online. I thought you might be interested in this. Maybe, a few days later, send them another ebook. Hey, here's the top, 20 things that you can do on Instagram to make money, or check out these, these apps, or check out this training on blogging. Just pump them so full of value to try to get them to interact with your list.
And that's the same information that you would be sending to the leads on your everyone's list, right?
If they're, you could, technically you could. Yeah. It's really all about, like, if you think about the people who would be on the dead list, those are the people who opted in somewhere and they are not opening my emails. Like, it's been like 3 months. They've never clicked in an email. They've never opened an email. So these are people I really want to be, I really want to think about, especially that subject line. How can I get them to open? Right. I want to utilize that email that I just paid money to get, but I have to get them to open the email. I have to get them to, and here's the number one problem for all RPM people. It's a lot of people who are brand new to marketing, because that's his, make money online. That's his niche. And they don't have a professional email, which you have to have if you're going to do email marketing. They don't have it warmed up. They don't have a good reputation. And because of those things, when they get the email, James can have the best traffic, the best, emails, he can have the best of everything. But if it's ended up in the spam folder or the promotions folder, it does you no good. So that's absolutely the best thing you can do, is protect that email reputation and, get the emails open, get people to click. That's the important part. And then make sure for that everyone list that I'm sending weekly emails out, I still need to clean that. I still need to make sure, because that can damage my email reputation. If I'm still, even once a week, if people aren't opening, I don't want to send to them, and you think it's really hard for people to like delete emails or not send, to thousands of emails. But the fact is, if you don't cut out the 1,000 who aren't opening, then the 1,000 who are opening are likely not going to get them, because the other 1,000 has damaged your email so bad. Now they're going into the spam and promotions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have questions for me? Andre, go ahead.
Yeah. So you were mentioning last week that you were working on a template, like an explainer template, a builder all, right? How's that coming along?
Andre, you haven't been watching the training.
I haven't had a chance to.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Okay.
We're still working on it. It's a process.
Oh,
but,
of course.
We actually finally got into Canva and we started building. I showed why I wanted to choose Canva, all the cool features as far as presenting with Canva. We chose our template. Now we're kind of getting into the nuts and bolts of actually building it in Canva.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we're definitely a long process, but again, it's like I was telling you last week, it's just, you got to just chip away at it. Just an hour a day, just chip away at it, and then eventually it'll get done.
Right. See, and The thing is like, I don't have like really a lot of faith in myself to explain Builderall and its tools. And, you know, it just kind of comes out like word salad, you know, it's just,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, and I'm not used to being on camera or anything. I, you know, don't do any videos whatsoever. I need to start. I realize that, you know, it would really be to my advantage. And I think I'm going to, you know, I'm just going to start practicing, I guess, you know. And
Audrey, you say that, but I've seen you in lots of live, like you're live right now, you know?
right.
You're great. Did you just get nervous when I said that? Like you just realized that
No, not at all.
you're great.
But it's different though when,
Just be yourself though.
right. But it's different when you're, you know, just by yourself and you're making an explainer video and like, you know, 5 minutes in, you flub up and you go, oh damn, you know, now I've got to do it over again. And, you know, and then you start from scratch. And like, I guess that's practice though, right? You just keep on keeping on, right? So that's exactly what I have to do. I have everything I need. I have like this green screen that like, you know, it's like the roll up one, you know, that hooks onto the pole, you know, and put it behind me. And I've got like the lighting and all that stuff. I don't have like adequate lighting right now because I've got like, you know, my bay windows right here. And, you know, it's not the best lighting, but I can, you know, do the best lighting. I've got everything it takes to do great videos, you know, but I just, you know, I don't have the confidence in myself to pull it off for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, just, yeah. And I know I'm not alone with it, right?
No, you're definitely
Definitely not alone.
Right.
you are definitely not. It's honestly, it's the biggest barrier that people have to break through when you start anything online. And you don't, the thing is, you don't have to be on video, but it's like, it can take 1 year or it could take 3 years kind of thing. And it's just that video is so powerful to speed up the know, like, and trust factor. It's
That's
like,
exactly right.
yeah. But I just, and I don't really, there's really no trick to it. You just have to do it to prove to yourself that you can do it. And also just to like, to learn stuff. It's like, I mean, please go back and watch some of my horrendous videos on YouTube, like my first ones where I'm just so awkward. And it's like, and Shelly can tell you when I first started with the Mag 5, I was just like, oh my gosh, I like the first meeting I had to do that I was like hosting. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm live in front of like 500,000 people, but it's all good. It's fine, whatever. I was totally so nervous, but it's like, you have to do it and just do it. It's like you learn things about yourself. And honestly, the biggest lesson that you learn is that I can mess up live and it's not the end of the world.
Right. That's
And
exactly
people
right.
actually like it. They like that you're a real person and
Yes.
that you're just showing your realness. So again, it's like you being vulnerable. I mean, get on there and be like, I hate being on video, but this is such an amazing software that I can't go another day without telling you how awesome it is. It's like, just be vulnerable, be right up front and just and honestly, as soon as you say, I hate being on video, but people are like, oh, me too. That's what everyone thinks in their mind. Oh,
Sure.
me too. Oh my gosh, I like this guy already.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You know, somebody told me a big speaker, I won't say his name, but he said one time, he's like, you know, I used to be really nervous being on camera and talking to like large crowds of people until I realized it's not about me. It's about them. It's about how can I help them? And when you take the focus away from yourself, then it's like, I just want to help these people. So if I need to, you know, it's like, it's not about me. Everyone's here to hear what I have to say. You know, they're tuning into my video because they are here to hear what I have to say. It's not about me. It's about them. And that really does help to take that, oh, my hair's got to be perfect. Oh, and I said this, and it's like, it's not about you. It's about that. If you can just tell yourself that, you know, what if I was like, I'm too nervous to be on camera. And then you guys are like, where's Bridget? Like, it's Friday, Q&A, you know, So it's like, then
Sure.
you would miss out on what I have to share with you. Just like lots of people want to hear what you have to say, Andre. I know you have lots of value that you can give the world. And look how selfish you're being by not breaking through that barrier to give the world what you were created to give them.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Yeah, I've worked through all these things in my own head to break through barriers.
Right. And well, look at how eloquently you carry yourself and explain things now. I mean, like, yeah, you're really good. You know that, right? Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm just being myself, honestly. That's
Yeah.
just it. That's all I
That's
can
awesome.
be is myself.
Okay. Great.
Let me say that too. I agree with Andre how good you are, but you're good because you live it, you live in it. It's you go to bed dreaming about it, you wake up dreaming about it. It's part of you. And when we get to that point as well, it will be second nature to get on camera, and it won't be very tough. We'll just get it done.
Yeah, and you know, the fears are what keeps everyone. It's just like I remember when I quit my job in pharmacy, the day that I was walking out of there, scared to death. I was scared to death. I spent 20 years in pharmacy and I just quit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I gave my notice, but I'm like, okay, I'm walking out of here right now to a future that I don't know, to an income that's unstable. Because, you know, when you're in business, you have some great months and then you have some not so great months. So it's like, I'm scared to death. But I can tell you every single time that you break through that fear to do whatever it is, it's like now you're a step closer to your purpose. We all have something we're passionate about. That's your purpose. So if you just focus on your purpose, it's like, I don't care if I mess up on video because this is my purpose. Obviously, I'm supposed to do it. So I'll just try again tomorrow. So yeah, I appreciate what you guys are saying, but I swear I feel so much I know exactly how you feel. I made my first video sitting in my car before I went to work one night, and I was so nervous that I would walk into work and then everybody would be like, did you see Bridget's video? She actually got on Facebook. You know, I thought I'm going to walk in here and they're all going to think that I am such an idiot. And what happened was only a few people saw it because it notified them on my page. And they were like, oh my gosh, I saw that video, it was so great. Oh my gosh. And it's like, again, it's just all those things that you think that you tell yourself. It's not reality. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Shawana, I think your hand was next. Then I'll get Linwood.
I don't remember where it was, Bridget, but when we were going through the calendar, we were talking about adding your list to mailing boss list to the calendar. And to tell you the honest truth, now I've forgotten the question. I went to try and do that, and I had a question, and I don't remember what it is. But so when we make the list, and they come through the calendar, what happens when they, like, when do they even get the? When does the email address even go through the calendar when they're making the appointment?
Yeah, when they enter their email, that's when it'll be added to the list. Just make sure that your fields in your list are the same as the fields in your booking calendar.
Okay,
So you know
I
when
have to go
when
through
you
it
say
again.
that
Do you
want-
remember where that part is?
Yeah, let me check it.
Because I never hooked up that part to the calendar.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that was there.
So you can go to communication. So just choose the email that you are working with. And then it's right here. No, it's not. Let me find it. I think it's automation. Subscribe to list. So here is where you want to say subscribe to the list, and then you can choose any of the lists that you want to add them to. This should actually be do nothing. For my booking, I have a quiz that people go through, and then it will, once they've gone through the quiz, then it will ask for the email. So I have all of those. I don't have it like sent to the email through the booking calendar because they have to do the quiz first, so they get put into the list with the quiz. That makes sense. So you can choose how if you're
Okay.
doing like an
I have,
opt-in, I'm sorry.
I have the quiz. I have the quiz as well.
Yeah.
So
So you
that,
can
so
choose
I
how
can
you
just do
want
it for
to.
them.
You could choose how you want to add them. If if you have the quiz, maybe you want to add them at quiz level and then, or maybe you want both. Maybe you want to, add them to, once they book, you can add them to a certain list. Once they do the quiz, you can add to a certain list.
I think this was my question, Bridget. We have to do the double opt-in. How does that work with the booking calendar? It said like if you did the quiz, you got their email address. What are they doing? Confirming this email address? Like, or are we putting this as a single opt-in this list?
You can do the single opt-in. I like to do double opt-in, but I always like disguise the email confirm. I don't like to say confirm into my list because who wants to do that, right? Nobody does. It's like, I don't want to, why do I want to be added to this list and I'm going to get 1,000? This is what people think. So I disguise it and say, click here to confirm your appointment. And then they click the link and then it confirm, or click here to download your ebook. If it's like a double opt-in and I'm, doing, so I like to disguise that so that I can still utilize the extra step to make sure they're a good lead. But something like the booking calendar, they're not likely going to be booking an appointment with you if they're not going to use their real email. So you can just tell Builderall, like when you're creating your list, when you choose single opt-in, it'll say, why do you want to use it? It'll ask you a few questions, but they'll allow you to use it.
Okay, thank you. That was the question.
Welcome. Linwood, how can I help you, sir?
Hello, Bridget,
Hello.
Shawana, Maria, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. You can't see it, but I do have one of those candles like they have in the AA meetings, and I too am camera shy. But
Yeah.
with your help and the help of other group
Camera.
and
Yay.
the other group members here, I'm slowly learning to deal with my fears, overcome them, and also to get out of my comfort zone. So I wanted to come on and just say that this has been a very, very informative session, question and answer session, and some very good questions were answered. And I want to thank you and everyone who has attended and participated very much. And that's about it.
Well, thank you too, Linwood. And it was nice to see you on camera. And you just so inspired me because I just love so much when people are afraid to do things and they do it anyway. You guys would be so, I'm sure that I feel that extra special sensitivity to that. I was actually a super shy kid. I would if I got embarrassed, I would just cry. Like I just was super, super shy. But I swear nothing good in life happens until you break through all of these fears. We are our own worst enemy. You know why? And especially the world doesn't help. When I told people I was quitting my job to focus on my online business, they're like, are you insane? What's who scammed you? Are you nuts? It doesn't happen for anyone. Well, actually it does. It happens to a small percentage of people, and I am very confident that I can be that small percentage. So all the things that people say, now it's so funny because it's I get messages from people all the time I used to work with that are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe what you've been doing since you left the hospital." It's like, "Oh my gosh, you're like a celebrity." And I'm like, first of all, no, I'm not. But second of all, I just love that people are like, it's possible. I love that people can see what I'm doing and say, I could actually do that for myself. That's so incredible. I don't need the admiration, but I love the inspiration from everyone else who's like, because I saw that you did it, I know that I can do it. And you guys can so do it. I'm not a special person. I'm just someone who refused to give up and kept trying. That's it. That's the secret. Just don't give up. Keep trying. You guys have any more questions for me?
It's Kay. I just
Hi,
wanted to say thank you as well. I'm listening in today, no questions, but following you all week. So thanks so much for what you do. I agree with Andre and Ray and Linwood and everybody about your talent. I think you're so amazing. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing too, man. I see you showing up and it's like you're showing up. you guys have decided, like, okay, the status quo is not good for me. I need to be passionate about what I'm doing. And that's why you guys show up. So it's so like, I love it. This whole business, it's like, who doesn't love to help other people make their vision a reality, right? And that's what we're all trying to do. We're utilizing Builderall as a tool, or we're utilizing other things. But really, at the end of the day, it's we just want to show people that they can actually earn an income doing what they love. Like it, you don't have to be miserable crying every and counting every day until retirement to get there. You can actually do it now. It doesn't have to be then. Right? You have something else?
Yeah, just about the schedule. Is the announcement going to be made Monday on the 16th?
For what?
Or for the new Builderall sequence? You were talking about when it was going to be.
The funnel will be released on Monday, and they'll have some additional like things to promote Builderall and some more information about the actual launch activities. But the actual launch will be August 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun.
And Andre said something about the ambassador meeting. I've tried to go to the ambassador meeting. Is it locked out for those of us who are just members of Builderall?
Those of us who've been in Builderall for a long time, they had an ambassador program, and it has a different commission structure basically, and it was only offered to people who kind of just came in at the beginning, and so it's a different program. So yeah, it's only that group is only allowed for Builderall ambassadors.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're so welcome.
And
okay,
then
guys.
I also noticed the 8 p.m. Tuesday night meetings are coming back on the 24th.
I think I did.
They're on the calendar.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about that because I know Jackie is chomping at the bit to get to that drop shipping training, and I cannot wait because I'm not like a drop shipping person, but it's something that I want to learn because we have the capabilities of doing it. So why not learn it? And I also want to teach you guys. And again, this is such a great opportunity for you guys because these new things that are coming out, people are going to have a million questions. So if you can get in there and learn one new thing, you can make a video about it, right? You don't even have to show your face. If you're nervous, don't even show your face. Just talk and say, hey, I'm Ray, and I just learned this new thing today. I just wanted to show you how you can do XYZ, and then show them. And that's it. That's all you have to do. I guarantee you'll do that video and you won't show your face. You'll do another one, you won't show your face, and then you'll be like, this isn't too bad, and then you'll show your face, and then you'll mess up a few times, and you'll be like, oh, I can't believe I did that, and then guess what? The world still won't end.
Mm-hmm. You could just use a Loom, right? Do a Loom video and just have yourself like a little square in the corner kind of thing. And it's not that daunting then if you're just a little square in the corner and you're doing a screen thing, like a screen display, a screen share thing, or not share, but you know what I mean? Screen capture. Yeah.
And yeah, the same with Zoom. I mean, you guys already have Zoom, it's free. Just don't go live. Just record, as soon as you share your screen, it'll have you in the little window.
Oh, I didn't know it had that feature. Oh, okay. Yeah, see it. Okay.
And see, Zoom even has like extra, like you could use your virtual background, and you could add filters for the ladies. If you're like, I don't want to put makeup on and all this, just use the filter. It's
sure. Well, that's great. Yeah.
All right, guys. If you have nothing else for me, I will go ahead and let you go. Hope you have. Oh, Frankie.
Not really a question, but when you said Zoom has some enhancements, I had to laugh because when I go in Zoom, I have some, by the way, and I should share it with you guys, but I'm almost ashamed to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I have selected eyebrows, and I like makeup. I put my makeup on, but when I don't have time, then the enhancements are already there. I have the eyebrows and the lipstick. I just had to say that, Bridget.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. Just
And I have a
breaking down the excuses, right?
I have a comment, Bridget.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I almost wrote off the drop shipping that you mentioned, but when you said you're trained, because I'm a recovering drop shipper. I was trained in Amazon and eBay. I've done both. Traumatized, but I really want to hear what you have to say because that really piqued my interest since I really have extensive knowledge. I mean, deep down in there. With Amazon was, I don't know, I almost went crazy with them, but I don't do that anymore, but I do have the knowledge. But I had VAs and everything working for me for Amazon. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say because I then can apply what I've learned already and mastered to something like this.
Yeah. And you know, Maria, even, and here's the beautiful thing, and this is what I say all the time, even if you don't want to do it, you can still teach other people to do it. And it's a great way of getting affiliate commissions. It's a great way of selling courses. It's a, you know, all of the, and they even have templates that you can use. So you could very quickly sell these $1,000 ecom websites already set up for them and not ever have to do drop shipping.
Yeah, because I used Alibaba itself. I mean, direct to China. I mean,
Yeah.
right. I've created product in China, so and ordered and dealt with them, and I know how to deal with them. So in China and order the stuff. So yeah, I can't wait. That's what I'll use it for. I don't want to drop ship ever again, ever. But I would love to learn what you've got to teach so I can apply what I already know.
Yeah. And see, you know,
That might be my niche. That might be my niche. Yeah, that's
exactly. It might be. Yeah. Go where your knowledge and passion is. That's how
I
you
have
find
it there. No passion, but I have the knowledge.
But you're passionate about the online marketing stuff and all. So you don't even have to do the drop shipping.
I can even help someone with their VAs, how to pick them, what to do, tools we used. At the time, we used some extensive tools to do Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what would be great since you did that before, you could use that as a comparison and be like, it used to be like this. It used to take this much time. Now look how quickly I can do this on Builderall. If you want to click the link in the description and join my team, I have this bonus for you, blah, 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 right?
because to do Amazon, I mean, I had to do upload every 3 hours to get my every 3 hours manual. Well, you know, you click a button, but you have to go through some steps every 3 hours to upload those prices. And don't be out of stock. If you were out of stock, that was I lived in terror.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
It was, yeah, you've heard the stories there. Yeah, but now I can tell people how it was. And if this is easier, it's gonna be a dream. Can't wait.
Yeah. And you just saw a little snippet of how cool it is too. So yeah, super excited. Okay, guys, I hope you have an excellent, excellent weekend. Thank you so, so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all on Monday, and we're going to finish up hopefully this week. It's a lot of work though. Hopefully this week we can finish up the actual presentation, and then you guys can get your copy and go ready to launch and rock the universe with Builderall 5.0. So have an excellent, excellent weekend. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.
Thank you.